Okay, so tonight I want to do this review of Yellowstone. This is their limited release from 2023. It's 101 proof. So I haven't ever had any of the Yellowstone products. When I first started getting into bourbon, I'd never heard of them. So it's weird because when I was younger, and I don't know if it's just because I grew up in a small town, and you have like one or two liquor stores, and their bourbon wasn't what it was back then. Wasn't what it is now. Um, so, or at least not from anything that I saw. So I grew up. I say grew up. By the time I was 21, able to go to the liquor store. Still young. Um, it was pretty much Jack Daniels. Jim Beam was there. I only had a couple of run-ins with White Label. I remember seeing like Old Granddad and Wild Turkey and those, but just the old standards. But then when I started getting back into it a couple years ago, like I'm seeing all these brands that have been around forever, but I've never heard of them. And so first time I saw this, I was like, Yellowstone. It's like, is that some gimmick because of the show? Because the Yellowstone series was popular back then, and so I didn't know, so I didn't really pay much attention. And starting to see more and more, learning more about it, and see it's actually got some good history to it. So it was originally created late 1800s. I can't remember. I was reading about it today, and now the number escapes me. It's like 1872 or something like that. In celebration of the opening of the national park, because that was like a big deal back then. And it was one that kind of trucked along, and it was able to distill during Prohibition with prescriptions. So it was one of those that got to stick around. But as time went on, everything declines. They revived it in 2015, and now the master distiller is Stephen Beam, who is, for anybody that knows their whiskey history, the Beam family has had their hands in just about every distillery at some point throughout Kentucky. So a lot of family history there. This is now distilled at the Limestone Distillery there in Kentucky, and I've been hearing more and more good things, and I got the opportunity to try it. My friend Jeremy sent me this sample, and so I haven't tried any of their. This is their limited release from 2023. They have lower offerings. They've got one that's like a 107 proof. They got different proofs, and they do make a lot of ready to drink cocktail stuff. So anyway, we're going to get into it. That's nice. That's got oak, definite oak, but kind of a sweet caramel. So very, very nice on the nose. So what is that? Definite oak. Just some honey and vanilla. They don't disclose the mash bill on this. So if you can get in there and see that. It's got some good legs on it. So it's got a nice little viscosity. That's, I'm getting some rye, not super high, not not even a hint of that apple note. So, but it's got some rye spice, a little pepper on the back end. Man, that's good. That is it's another one that it's got something to it that I can't quite place. It's not super sweet. A little bit of honey, a little bit of caramel. There's no bitterness, except maybe on the very, very, very back end of the palate. But not, it's really good. Doesn't quite give you that dark chocolate note. There's not quite a funk, but there's something there. I can't, it's really good. I just don't have the description for it. It's maybe kind of I don't know. I don't even know what to call that other than good. It's not, there's not a lot of bite to it. It doesn't really drink even the 101 proof. It's pretty soft on that. It's got a lot of flavor. There's almost a fruity note, but it's not anything specific. There's just, it's good. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to look at some other Yellowstone products. Limestone's where it's made. That's definitely a good one. I just wish I knew how to quantify what I'm getting on that, but it's all good. So there's my Yellowstone limited edition release 2023. Hope y'all enjoyed.